My child, stop right now. Do not scroll away from this moment. Give me just 1 minute of your time, and I promise you will not regret staying. Heaven aligned time itself to bring your eyes to these words today. You did not stumble here by accident. I guided your hand because your body desperately needs my peace right now. Look at me, my beloved child. Take a deep breath right now. Let your shoulders drop down. Unclench your tight jaw. You have been holding your breath for so long without even realizing it. You are safe in my presence. I am stepping directly into your room, into your atmosphere, to quiet the storm raging inside your mind today. I know why you are here. I know the quiet fear that has been eating away at your soul. You are terrified about your health. You feel a sudden tightness in your chest, and your mind immediately races to the worst outcome. You feel a strange pain in your body, and panic instantly grips your heart. You are exhausted from fighting this battle every day. If you feel me speaking directly to your spirit right now, type the words, "God guards my health," in the comments below. Let this simple action be your first step of agreement with my divine truth today. When you speak my peace over your body, you shift your focus from fear to my eternal protection. Write it down and let your heart anchor in my promises. I need your full attention for the next few minutes. Something massive is shifting in the unseen realm over your physical vessel right now. The heavy weight of health anxiety that has suffocated your joy is finally beginning to break. But if you rush past this message, if you let distractions pull you away, you might miss the restoration I am placing in your hands today. Listen to me with the deepest place in your heart. I am guarding your health. I am holding your pulse in my hands. Every single organ in your body was fashioned by my intention, and I have not abandoned the work of my hands. You think your body is failing you, but I am about to reveal the hidden truth behind the tightness you feel in your chest right now. You have spent so many nights lying awake in the dark. The house is completely quiet, but your mind is screaming with terrifying thoughts. You check your pulse again and again. You search for symptoms on your phone, hoping for reassurance, but every answer only feeds your panic. You stare at the ceiling, wondering if you will wake up tomorrow, while terror grips your chest. I saw you in those lonely hours. I stood right beside your bed while you pressed your hand against your chest, trying to calm your racing heart. I saw the tears you quietly wiped away so no one else would see your weakness. You pretended to be strong during the day for everyone around you. You smiled at work. You took care of your family. But inside, you felt completely broken. You are so tired, my weary warrior. You are tired in your muscles, tired in your thoughts, and deeply tired in your soul. You carry the terrifying fear that your body is a ticking time bomb. You worry that a sudden illness will tear your life away from the people you love. That constant state of high alert is burning out your nervous system, leaving you completely drained. Do you feel that strange fluttering in your chest right now as I speak? That is not a sign of sickness, my child. That is your spirit waking up to my presence. Your body has been stuck in survival mode for so long that peace feels unfamiliar to you. But I am teaching your heart how to rest again. I am flushing out the adrenaline of terror and replacing it with my holy calm. Hear me clearly today. You are a carefully formed masterpiece. I did not design your body to be fragile or easily destroyed by the noise of this world. When I knit you together in your mother's womb, I placed my own divine rhythm inside your lungs and heart. Your body is a holy vessel created to carry my glory, not a fragile vessel destined for sudden ruin. The enemy has been using your physical sensations to plant lies in your mind. Every time your body experiences a normal wave of fatigue or a mild ache, the adversary whispers that disaster is near. The enemy knows that if he can keep you trapped in bodily fear, you will never walk in the authority and joy I prepared for you. But today, his deceptive hold over your thoughts ends. You have asked me so many times in prayer why this health anxiety will not leave you alone. You have begged me to take away the physical symptoms that keep you frozen in dread. You wondered if I was ignoring your cries, or if your faith was simply too weak to receive healing. But hear my voice right now. My silence was never my absence, and your fear is not a lack of faith. You are not suffering because you failed me. You are experiencing this intense spiritual battle because you carry a light that terrifies the darkness. The adversary targets your health because he wants to consume your energy with self-preservation. He wants you so focused on surviving each day that you forget you were born to thrive and break generational chains of fear. Breathe deeply right now, my beloved child. Fill your lungs completely with the air I am giving you in this exact second. Feel your chest expand and release the tension you have held inside your rib cage for months. As you exhale, let go of the need to control every heartbeat. I am the one who keeps your heart beating without you ever asking it to do so. You do not have to monitor your body every second of the day to keep yourself alive. You can surrender that exhausting job to me right now. I am the great physician, and my eyes never leave your physical frame. I am watching over your blood pressure, your cell renewal, your brain chemistry, and your breathing while you sleep soundly in my care. I know you have tried so many earthly solutions to calm your health anxiety. You tried breathing exercises, you tried supplements, you tried avoiding news and stressful situations, but the dread always returned like an unwelcome guest. You feel embarrassed that you still panic after praying so fervently. But I am not disappointed in you, my child. I see your sincere heart. The reason those earthly methods provided only temporary relief is because health anxiety is not just a mental habit, it is a spiritual interference. The enemy fills the atmosphere around your mind with loud, chaotic noise, making it impossible for you to feel my comforting presence. But I am about to show you how to clear that enemy noise completely from your daily life. You were never meant to carry the burden of your own physical survival alone. I am your shield, your fortress, and your supernatural defense against every attack on your body. When panic rises, I need you to remember who holds your future. You are an heir to my unshakable kingdom, and sickness does not have the final say over your destiny or your days. Look back at all the times you thought your body was collapsing in the past. Remember those moments when panic convinced you that you were dying in that exact hour. Yet here you are today, standing alive, listening to my voice, breathing my air. Every single one of those terrifying predictions made by fear turned out to be a lie because my protection over you stood firm. If I preserved your life through every past storm of panic, why would I abandon you today? I will not leave you to suffer in fear. I am renewing your strength right now. From the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, I am releasing a fresh wave of my Holy Spirit into your bloodstream, clearing out every toxic thought of illness and bodily decay. Stay with me as we step deeper into this message, because I am about to reveal what was done to block your peace and how your restoration is already underway. You are moving out of the role of a terrified victim and stepping into your identity as a restored vessel. Open your heart wide right now, my child, and let my divine peace flood your entire body. You know the exact feeling I am talking about. You sit quietly in your living room, and suddenly a strange sensation creeps up your arm. Your chest feels tight, and a cold wave of fear rushes through your veins. Your heart begins to pound against your ribs like a trapped bird. In that single, terrifying second, all your peace vanishes into thin air. You try to tell yourself that you are okay, but the panic in your mind speaks much louder than your logic. You check your pulse with trembling fingers. You scan your body for any other sign of sudden failure. You wonder if this is the moment your health finally crumbles, while a heavy darkness settles over your thoughts. I saw you when you hurried to the bathroom to hide your tears. You splashed cold water on your pale face, looking into the mirror with eyes filled with dread. You begged your body to calm down, but the dizziness only seemed to grow worse. You felt so completely alone in that room, convinced that nobody around you could ever comprehend the terror consuming your mind. You have tried explaining this overwhelming weight to the people you love. You told them how exhausted you feel every single day, but they smiled gently and told you that it was all inside your head. Their well-intentioned words only made you feel more isolated. They did not understand that the physical pain feels entirely real to you, every single second. My beloved child, I want you to know that I understood your suffering every step of the way. I was not standing far off in heaven watching you struggle from a distance. I was right there in that bathroom with you. I was sitting beside you on the floor when you pressed your back against the cold wall and silently cried for my help. I held your fragile spirit in my hands when you thought you were falling apart. I counted every rapid beat of your heart, and I held your lungs open when air felt scarce. You thought you were surrounded by medical disaster, but you were actually resting inside my unfailing mercy. I have never allowed a single moment of your life to slip out of my control. Look at your hands right now. Feel the warmth flowing through your skin. That warmth is the direct proof of my continuous breath inside your body. You are not a broken machine waiting to stop functioning. You are a living temple that I sustain every moment with my everlasting power, and my protection over your physical frame remains absolute today. The enemy wants you to focus entirely on the physical symptoms of your body. He uses every small ache and every sudden flutter of your heart to make you question, my goodness. He whispers that your prayers are bouncing off the ceiling while your body secretly decays. But I am exposing that ancient deception right now, so you can walk in true freedom. Your body is not failing you, my child. Your physical vessel is simply exhausted from carrying a heavy burden that was never meant for your shoulders. You have been trying to protect yourself from every possible disease and danger using your own limited human strength. That constant mental striving has left your nervous system completely overloaded with noise. When your mind is constantly flooded with fear, your body responds by holding on to tension. Your muscles tighten, your breathing becomes shallow, and your heart races in self-defense. You mistake that physical tension for a deadly illness, when in truth, it is simply your body crying out for my divine rest. Today, I am releasing that tension from your frame. If you feel my comforting presence touching your chest right now, write the words, "My body is safe," in the comments below. This declaration is not just text on a screen. It is a powerful affirmation of your faith in my divine protection over your health. Declare it boldly, and let my quiet assurance fill every cell in your body today. Breathe in my peace right now, my precious child. Let the heavy air leave your lungs completely. You do not have to fight this physical battle alone anymore. I am standing guard over your blood pressure, your body temperature, your immune system, and every vital function of your physical vessel. I am your defense, and no sickness can override my decree. My child, I need you to hear this truth deep inside your heart. The silence you have experienced in your prayers is not my absence. The enemy has been filling the space around you with constant noise, a heavy static that makes my voice and my provisions seem invisible to you, even when they are sitting right on your path. I have not abandoned you to this endless cycle of health anxiety. I have been preparing a way of relief for you. I guided wise minds to create a special instrument of restoration, a sound provision I placed on your path to clear the noise of the enemy from your mind. I will show you exactly where to find it before this message ends. Do not let fear convince you to turn away before you receive what I prepared. First, you must understand how the adversary trapped your mind in this cycle of bodily panic, and how my divine truth breaks that trap forever. Stay close to me right now, because your deliverance from health anxiety is already unfolding in this exact hour. You have lived in fear of your own heartbeat for far too long. Every morning when you wake up, you scan your chest to see if the tightness is still there. You spend your afternoons waiting for the next wave of dizziness to strike. You have allowed the fear of future sickness to steal the beauty of the present moment I gave you to enjoy. That constant state of dread is a thief, my child. It steals your joy, it drains your energy, and it keeps you hidden away in isolation. You stop making plans with your friends because you worry about how your body will feel. You avoid traveling away from home because you want to stay near a hospital. Fear has slowly built a cage around your life. But I did not call you to live inside a cage of health anxiety. I called you to walk in power, love, and a sound mind. The cage that has held you captive for months is not made of real physical danger. It is built entirely out of lies and exaggerated fears fed to you by the adversary. And today, my truth is breaking every bar of that imaginary prison. I am restoring the peace that belongs to you as my beloved child. Place your hand over your heart right now and keep it there for a moment. Feel the steady, rhythmic pulse beneath your palm. That pulse is not a sign of danger. It is the rhythmic proof that I am actively sustaining your life with my infinite love and unfailing mercy. Every time your heart beats, it is proclaiming my faithfulness over your physical body. You do not have to force it to beat. You do not have to worry about its speed or rhythm. I designed that sacred organ, and I hold its timing in my hands. Trust the designer who formed your chest, rather than the fear that tries to convince you of your destruction. You are stepping into a season of complete physical and mental restoration today. The heavy fog of health anxiety that clouded your vision is beginning to clear away. You are learning to trust my voice above the chaotic false alarms of your body. Rest your mind in my presence right now, and let my quiet confidence overflow into your heart. Listen closely as we move forward, because I am going to show you how the enemy distorted your physical perspective. I will reveal how my divine frequency restores your childlike peace and guards your health continuously. You are my cherished child, and your body is safe inside, my eternal protection today and forever. I know what you are thinking in this exact moment, my child. You are asking why this physical dread keeps returning when you have prayed for healing so many times. You wonder if your faith is too small, or if I am somehow ignoring your desperate cries for help in the dark. I am not offended by your honest questions. I see the weary exhaustion behind every single prayer you offered me. My silence in those moments was never my rejection. There were answers I withheld because your body was not yet ready to receive the fullness of what I was building inside your spirit. The enemy tried to use my silence to convince you that your health was crumbling, but I was actually protecting your heart from a premature battle. The season of waiting was your preparation, and that preparation is now complete. Let me show you what is truly happening inside your body right now. You feel a sudden tightness in your chest, and your mind immediately jumps to a terrifying medical conclusion. You tell yourself that your body is fragile, or that you are simply a nervous person who cannot handle stress. That is a false explanation, and I will not let you carry that lie over your physical frame any longer. Here is the divine truth behind your physical struggle. When I designed your human vessel, I placed a sacred frequency at its very core, a signal that ran freely in your mind when you were a little child. It is the frequency of pure trust and complete divine receptivity. I call this the childlike signal. But as you grew, the adversary filled your environment with constant static and terrifying noise. The enemy knows he cannot destroy the soul I redeemed, so he targets your physical body with relentless noise to drown out my peaceful signal. That chest tightness is not a disease eating away at your lungs. It is your nervous system reacting to the loud clutter of fear in your environment. The adversary created an interference, and you mistook that noise for physical destruction. So all those past nights when panic gripped your heart were not proof of a failing body. They were proof that your spirit was fighting against the toxic noise of the world. You were never falling apart, my child. You were simply a vessel overflowing with external pressure while trying to survive on your own strength. Your past panic was a call for my divine rest, not a sentence of physical ruin. So tonight, when that familiar sensation tries to rise in your chest, do not fight it with human striving. Stop searching for medical answers on screens in the dark. Place your hand gently over your heart and speak my truth over your lungs. Say to your spirit that the noise belongs to the enemy, but your body belongs to God, and then let your shoulders drop into my peace. If you are ready to let go of that exhausting struggle right now, type the words "I let go of anxiety" in the comments below. Writing these words is a physical declaration of your spiritual freedom today. When you release your worries into my hands, you make room for my supernatural peace to fill your entire chest. Let your response anchor your heart in my truth. I am declaring over your life right now that the season of health anxiety is closing, not gradually over endless years, but starting in this very hour. I am stripping away the authority of every terrifying lie that told you your body was doomed. Every door of health that seemed locked against you is trembling at my command. Stand up in your spirit and prepare to receive your full restoration. Listen carefully to me, my beloved child. When I spoke of the childlike state in my holy scriptures, I was not speaking only of spiritual trust. I was speaking of the physical design I built inside your brain. Scientists who study the mind have confirmed this sacred frequency. They call it the gamma wave, a signal that allows your mind to rest in absolute clarity and divine peace. In your youth, that gamma signal flowed freely through your brain without effort or fear. But the heavy noise of the world suppressed that natural rhythm, leaving your mind open to constant anxiety. Because I see your weariness, I did not leave you without a defense. I guided wise minds to work with sound the exact way I designed it from the beginning of creation. They developed an instrument of sound engineered to clear the enemy static from your nervous system, a frequency tool that restores the original gamma signal I placed in you. You do not have to work for it. You do not have to strive through long hours of mental discipline. You simply surrender for 7 minutes with headphones on, close your eyes, and let my design restore your mind. I am going to show you exactly where to find this provision before my message closes today. It is a simple tool of earthly sound that I aligned on your path to help your body remember peace. Stay close to me right now, because the complete revelation of your healing is about to unfold. You are moving out of terror and stepping into my everlasting calm. I need you to understand that your physical body is reacting to spiritual alignment. When my peace enters your environment, your blood pressure settles, and your heart finds its steady rhythm again. The tightness in your chest is loosening even as you listen to my words in this moment. The heavy fog of health anxiety is melting away under the warmth of my divine love. You have carried a false identity of sickness for far too long. You thought of yourself as a fragile person who could be broken by the slightest breeze of illness. But I call you a restored vessel, a strong warrior whose physical body is guarded by the host of heaven. Stop calling yourself weak when I have declared my strength over your bones and muscles today. The enemy wants you to believe that every ache in your joint or flutter in your heart is the beginning of the end. But I am rewriting your physical story right now. What the adversary intended for your destruction, I am turning into a powerful testimony of my healing grace. Your body is not a place of defeat. It is the place where my glory will be clearly demonstrated to others. Picture what your life will look like when health anxiety no longer rules your morning thoughts. Imagine waking up tomorrow with a clear mind and a light chest, free from the urge to check your pulse. Imagine walking through your daily tasks with confidence, knowing that your body is fully supported by my infinite power. That reality is not a distant dream, my child. That peaceful version of you already exists in my eternal plan. You are only one step of surrender away from stepping into that quiet confidence today. The distance between your current fear and your future peace is not measured in years of medical treatment. It is measured in the single moment you decide to stop carrying what I promised to hold for you. Breathe deeply once again, my precious child. Feel my presence filling the room where you sit right now. The air you breathe is my gift to you, carrying life and renewal to every cell in your lungs and blood. You are surrounded by my angels, and my protection forms an invisible wall around your entire home. Sickness has no authority to cross the boundary I established. You do not need to fear tomorrow, because I am already standing in your tomorrow. I have prepared every breath you will take, and I have secured every step you will walk. Let go of the exhausting need to predict every physical outcome. Sit back in my presence, quiet your racing thoughts, and let my divine authority take full command of your heart and body right now. The shift in your spirit is happening in this exact second. The heavy chains of health panic that bound your mind for years are snapping under the weight of my truth. Keep your eyes fixed on me as we enter the highest peak of this message. Your breakthrough is here, my beloved child, and your heart is finally returning to its sacred home of peace. This is the exact moment of your divine breakthrough. I am stepping directly into the center of your room right now. Feel the invisible atmosphere shift around your shoulders. The heavy chains of health anxiety that bound your chest for years are snapping under the weight of my holy presence. You are no longer a prisoner to the fear of sudden disease. I am speaking supernatural life into your physical body right now. I command your heart to beat in perfect rhythm with my peace. I command your lungs to expand fully, without fear or restriction. I am flushing out every toxic drop of adrenaline from your nervous system. Every organ in your frame is aligning with the health I decreed over you at the beginning of time. Listen to the silence returning to your mind in this very second. The terrifying thoughts that kept you awake in the dark are losing their voice forever. The adversary can no longer deceive you with false physical alarms. You are standing in the victory I won for you, and your body is resting in my absolute protection today. If your spirit resonates with this divine freedom right now, write the words "I receive divine peace" in the comments below. Let this declaration seal your agreement with my healing power. When you claim my peace out loud, you anchor your soul in my eternal promises. Write it boldly, and let my quiet confidence fill your entire chest. I have gifted humanity the wisdom to unlock what I placed within sound and within the design of the human brain. Wise men and women spent decades in research, not knowing it was I who quietly directed their curiosity toward my creation. Wise institutions like Princeton and Columbia confirmed the sacred frequency I built inside the childlike mind. And I want to show you what I did for two of my children who received this provision before you arrived today. Look at my daughter Rachel, a nurse who had sought peace for years through sincere prayer and constant effort. 2 weeks after receiving this provision, her mind cleared completely, her marriage was transformed, and she said her life felt enchanted, as if a heavy channel was finally opened. And for others, I moved differently. Look at my son Michael in Texas, who came to this provision carrying heavy stress for his focus and his family. 2 months later, his business expanded enough to give him freedom. Hard problems solved themselves while he rested, and he said his mind was finally running on what I designed it for. They call it the Genius Song. This is the frequency instrument I guided into existence to clear the enemy noise from your vessel. By listening for just 7 minutes a day with headphones on and your eyes closed, you simply surrender the noise. You do not have to strive or work, because it gently reactivates the sacred gamma frequency I placed in your brain from the beginning. This is not a generic meditation app, and it is not a random track found on streaming platforms. Those are empty imitations that carry none of the restoration I engineered. It requires no complex discipline, but only 7 minutes of complete surrender in my presence. This provision is not for those who are merely curious about spiritual things. It is for the one I have been speaking to throughout this entire message. It is built specifically for the vessel filled with noise, and the warrior who is exhausted from fighting health panic in silence. To my child who has already tried everything and feels embarrassed to try once more, hear me with your whole heart. What failed you in the past required your own human effort and endless discipline. This tool requires no striving from you. I designed it to work not because of your human strength, but because of my original blueprint inside your brain. Earthly experts charge hundreds of dollars per session to help people touch this state of mental clarity. The specialized equipment researchers use costs thousands of dollars in private clinics, but I do not call you to expensive sessions and complex machines. I place this provision within reach, specifically for the one who would receive it through a message like this today. It requires only a small earthly exchange, the size of a mustard seed of investment, for the bountiful harvest I have prepared for your health. And I have aligned 4 additional gift provisions to accompany it today. You will receive the Genius Child audio for your children, the original sacred text of prosperity, a guided visualization track, and a daily habits guide for sustaining your restored signal. Where I place truth, the adversary places deception. There are false frequencies circulating on streaming platforms under similar names, but they carry none of the healing restoration I designed. Protect your spirit and access only the verified provision I have set for you below. Walk forward without fear, my child. This step of faith requires no worldly risk on your part. Your investment is completely covered and protected by a full 60-day money-back guarantee. If the restoration does not enter your life, the earthly exchange is returned to you completely, for I do not lead my children into danger. Take this step of obedience today. Find the provision I have placed for you in the pinned comment below and in the video description. This is your personal invitation from me. Do not let fear convince you to ignore what I set on your path. Step forward with trust and receive the restoration I prepared for your physical frame. Now, my child, set aside the noise of decision for a moment. I have shown you the instrument I placed on your path. Whether you step forward now or in the moments ahead, you remain my beloved child, and my peace is resting over you. Breathe deeply, for there is more I want to speak over your spirit before this message closes. Set aside all the noise of human striving right now, my child. Feel the deep stillness descending over your physical body in this quiet moment. The heavy, tight band that wrapped around your chest for months is dissolving under my divine touch. You are stepping out of the exhausting fight for self-preservation. You are entering my sacred rest, where your body is sustained by my eternal power without your constant effort. Picture a morning 6 months from today. You open your eyes as the gentle sunlight streams through your window, and there is no sudden surge of fear waiting for you. You do not check your pulse with anxious fingers. You do not scan your chest for tight sensations or sudden pain. Your heart beats with a calm, steady rhythm that feels entirely effortless and natural. You sit on the edge of your bed and take a long, deep breath that fills your lungs completely. Your chest expands without restriction, and your shoulders remain completely relaxed. You realize with a quiet smile that the heavy cloud of health panic is simply gone. You stand up with energy flowing through your muscles, ready to embrace the day I created for your joy. That peaceful version of your life is not an impossible dream, my beloved child. That version of you already exists inside my divine plan for your physical frame. She is standing on the other side of your complete surrender today. The distance between your past panic and your future freedom is not measured in endless years of fear. It is bridged in this single moment of trust. Let go of the heavy bags of worry you have carried for so long. Lay down the exhausting need to monitor every single heartbeat and every small sensation in your body. You were never created to carry the weight of your own biological survival. I am the Lord who formed your DNA, and I hold the master key to your entire nervous system in my loving hands right now. Repeat these sacred truths in your heart as a seal over your spirit today. Say to yourself that I am a vessel fully restored to divine health. Say to your mind that the signal of God's peace flows freely through my body every day. The noise of the enemy no longer holds any authority over my thoughts, and my physical vessel is guarded by the living presence of the Almighty. Declare over your home that fear has no legal right to dwell inside your atmosphere. My peace is my permanent inheritance, and my body operates at the exact state of health God designed. Every organ in my frame functions with perfect divine order. My mind rests in the quiet confidence that my Heavenly Father keeps my life secure from every hidden danger. You are the one I chose to break the cycle of health anxiety in your family line. The generational patterns of bodily dread that haunted those before you end with your obedience today. You are stepping out of the role of a terrified sufferer and stepping into your true identity as a beacon of peace. Through your restored life, your family will see what true faith looks like. I am releasing a special blessing over every part of your physical frame right now. I bless the blood flowing through your veins, clearing out every chemical trace of prolonged anxiety. I bless your brain chemistry with quiet stability, restoring the natural sleep rhythms that fear stole from you. I bless your immune system with supernatural strength to protect you daily. When you lay your head on your pillow tonight, you will sleep in complete peace. The 3 o'clock panic attacks that used to wake you in the dark will no longer find a doorway into your mind. My angels are positioning themselves at the 4 corners of your bed. You can close your eyes with a light heart, knowing that I am watching over your breathing all night long. When you wake up tomorrow morning, remember who is holding your hand. Do not let the adversary trick you into checking your chest for old symptoms. When a fleeting thought of fear tries to enter your mind, answer it immediately with, "My promises." Tell the fear that your body belongs to God, and that my divine protection is stronger than any false alarm. I am removing the spirit of fear from your household today. Where there was once constant worry about medical tests and sudden symptoms, there will now be laughter and quiet contentment. You will watch your loved ones without the dark thought that you might be taken from them prematurely. My covenant of long life and health is established over your family line forever. Take another slow, deep breath with me right now. Feel the oxygen entering your bloodstream, carrying my life to every organ and tissue in your vessel. Let your stomach relax completely. Unclench your hands and open your palms toward heaven. You are completely safe, my child. You are held in the palm of the hand that created the universe. The pain you endured during this season of health anxiety was not wasted time. I am turning your past suffering into a powerful instrument of healing for others. When you meet those who are secretly crying in the dark from bodily panic, you will know exactly how to comfort them. Your restored life will be the evidence that breaks the chains of fear in their hearts. You are an heir to an unshakable kingdom, and your physical vessel reflects my divine glory. No weapon of sickness formed against your body will prosper, because my word is your eternal shield. Stand firm in the authority I gave you today. When doubts try to whisper lies into your ears, speak my truth with confidence and watch every shadow flee before my light. I am placing my final seal of protection over your heart and your body today. The dark storm of health anxiety has passed, and my bright morning light is rising over your destiny. Walk forward with your head held high, knowing that you are never alone. I walk beside you through every step of your journey, guarding your health and guiding your path forever. If this message has brought comfort to your weary heart today, do not let it pass without an act of agreement. Like this video, as a physical sign that your spirit stands united with my divine peace. Every time you hit that button, you anchor your heart in the truth that my protection over your health is real and active in your life right now. Leave your testimony in the comments section below. Write the words, "Amen, God is my safe refuge," or share how my peace touched your chest today. Your words are a powerful witness that strengthens others who are still fighting health panic in silence. When you declare your faith publicly, you seal your freedom and release encouragement into the atmosphere. Share this video right now with 3 souls who are secretly struggling with health anxiety. You know who they are. They are the ones who smile on the outside while fighting terrifying thoughts about their health in private. Be the answer to their quiet prayers by sending them this message of hope. Let my peace spread through your hands to heal their weary hearts today. Subscribe to this sacred channel and turn on the notification bell right now. Do not allow the noisy distractions of the world to pull you away from my daily guidance. By staying connected, you ensure that my quiet voice continues to strengthen your spirit and protect your mind every single day. Let this community be your daily sanctuary of faith and healing. I bless your going out and your coming in from this day forward. I cover your family, your home, your health, and your future with my eternal love. Rest your weary mind in my presence, my beloved child. My peace remains with you, my strength shields your body, and my love will never leave your side. Go in complete freedom, for I have set you free.